Howdy partners, let's talk comfort food. You know, the kind of food that wraps you up in a blanket of deliciousness and makes you feel right at home. You know, the kind that makes you feel all warm inside, like a big old hug on a chilly day. It's the kind of meal that brings people together, creating memories and filling hearts with joy. Well, gather round, because today we're diving into a dish that's as comforting as it gets: homemade mac and cheese. This isn't just any mac and cheese, it's a recipe passed down through generations, perfected over time. Forget the boxed stuff, folks. Those pre-packaged meals just can't compare to the real thing. We're talking about a dish made with love, from scratch, using the finest ingredients. We're going for the real deal, creamy, cheesy, and bursting with flavor. Imagine the rich, velvety cheese sauce coating every single piece of pasta, creating a symphony of taste in every bite. The kind of mac and cheese that makes you want to lick the bowl clean. No judgment here. It's so good, you won't want to leave a single morsel behind. Get ready for a culinary adventure that'll have you saying, "Yeehaw, that's some good eating." So roll up your sleeves, grab your apron, and let's get cooking. This is more than just a meal. It's an experience, a celebration of comfort and flavor. Let's make some memories together, one cheesy bite at a time. Before we get our hands dirty, let's round up our ingredients. Don't worry, we're keeping it simple and straightforward. Here's what you'll need: elbow macaroni, or your favorite pasta shape, butter, flour, milk, shredded cheddar cheese, the sharper the better, and salt and pepper, to taste of course. See? Nothing too fancy, just good old-fashioned ingredients for a soul-satisfying meal. Now that we've got our ingredients all lined up, let's get cooking. First things first, we gotta cook our pasta. This is the foundation of our dish, so we want to get it just right. Fill a large pot with water and bring it to a rolling boil. Make sure you have enough water to allow the pasta to move freely as it cooks. Add a generous pinch of salt. It helps the pasta cook evenly and adds a touch of flavor. Think of it as seasoning the water, which in turn seasons the pasta. Now gently pour in your macaroni and give it a good stir. This prevents the pasta from sticking together and ensures it cooks evenly. We want our pasta to be cooked al dente, which means it should be firm to the bite, not mushy. This texture is crucial for the perfect pasta dish. Cook it according to the package directions, usually around 8 to 10 minutes. Keep an eye on the timer, but also taste the pasta a minute or two before the suggested time to ensure it's just right. While the pasta's doing its thing, let's move on to the heart and soul of our dish, the cheese sauce. This is where the magic happens. Gather your ingredients: butter, flour, milk, and of course lots of cheese. Start by melting the butter in a saucepan over medium heat. Once melted, add the flour and whisk continuously to form a smooth paste. This is called a roux, and it's the base of our cheese sauce. Gradually add the milk, whisking constantly to avoid lumps. As the mixture thickens, start adding the cheese, a handful at a time, stirring until it's fully melted and smooth. The result should be a creamy, luscious cheese sauce that's ready to coat our perfectly cooked pasta. In a separate saucepan, melt your butter over medium heat. Make sure to keep an eye on it as you don't want it to burn. The butter should be completely melted and start to bubble slightly, creating a perfect base for our roux. Once it's all melty and bubbly, sprinkle in the flour and whisk it together. The flour and butter will combine to form a smooth paste. This is the beginning of our roux, which is essential for thickening the sauce. Keep whisking until the mixture is well combined and has a slightly nutty aroma. This creates a roux, which will help thicken our cheese sauce and make it extra creamy. The roux should be cooked until it reaches a light golden color, ensuring that the raw flour taste is cooked out. This step is crucial for achieving that perfect, velvety texture in our final sauce. Now, slowly pour in your milk while whisking constantly. It's important to add the milk gradually to prevent lumps from forming. The milk should be at room temperature to help it incorporate smoothly into the roux. Keep whisking to ensure a smooth and consistent mixture. Keep whisking until the mixture is smooth and starts to thicken. This process might take a few minutes, but it's worth the effort. The mixture should become creamy and start to coat the back of a spoon. If it seems too thick, you can always add a bit more milk to reach your desired consistency. This might take a few minutes, so be patient, my friend. The key to a perfect cheese sauce is patience and constant whisking. As the mixture thickens, you'll notice it becoming more luscious and smooth. This is the foundation of our cheesy dream. Now, for the best part, the cheese. Make sure your cheese is freshly shredded, as pre-shredded cheese often contains additives that can affect the texture of the sauce. Freshly shredded cheese will melt more smoothly and give a richer flavor. Reduce the heat to low and gradually add your shredded cheddar cheese, whisking until it's all melted and incorporated. Add the cheese in small handfuls, allowing each addition to melt completely before adding more. This ensures a smooth and creamy sauce without any clumps. Season with salt and pepper to your liking. Taste the sauce and adjust the seasoning as needed. You can also add a pinch of nutmeg or a dash of hot sauce for an extra kick. Once seasoned to perfection, your cheese sauce is ready to be enjoyed. Pour it over your favorite pasta, vegetables, or use it as a dip. Enjoy your cheesy creation. Section 5. Marrying the mac and cheese. Our pasta should be done by now. Drain it well and add it straight to the saucepan with the cheese sauce. Toss everything together gently until the pasta is completely coated in that glorious cheesy goodness. Take a moment to admire your creation. That, my friend, is what homemade mac and cheese dreams are made of. Now, you can serve it just like that for a simple and satisfying meal. But if you're feeling extra fancy, let's take it up a notch with a baked version. Section 6. Baking bliss. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. Transfer the mac and cheese mixture to a greased baking dish. If you're feeling adventurous, sprinkle some extra shredded cheese on top for a golden brown crust. Pop it in the oven and bake for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until the cheese is bubbly and slightly brown. The aroma alone will have your mouth watering. Now, let's talk about some toppings that'll take your mac and cheese from delicious to downright irresistible. Section 7. A symphony of toppings. Oh, the possibilities! When it comes to topping your mac and cheese, the sky's the limit. Here are a few of my favorites. Crispy bacon bits, because everything's better with bacon. Chopped green onions for a touch of freshness. Breadcrumbs for a satisfying crunch. And jalapenos for a lil kick. Get creative and experiment with your favorite flavors. Now that our mac and cheese is all dressed up and ready to party, let's talk about serving and storage. Section 8. Leftovers. A happy problem. Dish up that cheesy goodness and get ready to dig in. Homemade mac and cheese is best served hot and fresh. But if you happen to have leftovers, lucky you. Store them in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. To reheat, simply pop it in the microwave or oven until warmed through. But let's be honest, with a dish this good, leftovers are a rare occurrence. Section 9. Variations on a theme of deliciousness. This recipe is just a starting point, my friend. Feel free to make it your own by adding your favorite cheeses, spices, or even veggies. Try using a blend of cheddar, Gruyere, and Parmesan cheese for a more complex flavor. Add a pinch of cayenne pepper for a touch of heat. Or stir in some steamed broccoli florets for a healthier twist. The possibilities are endless. Section 10. Sharing the comfort. Homemade mac and cheese is more than just a dish. It's an experience. It's about creating memories in the kitchen and sharing a warm and comforting meal with loved ones. Whether you're gathering round the table for a family dinner or enjoying a quiet night in, this dish is sure to bring a smile to your face. So go on, whip up a batch of this cheesy goodness and spread the comfort. Section 11. Conclusion. Your kitchen, your mac and cheese kingdom. There you have it, folks, your guide to the ultimate homemade mac and cheese. With a little love and these simple steps, You'll be creating cheesy masterpieces in no time. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to make mac and cheese, so get creative, experiment with flavors, and most importantly, have fun. Happy cooking, y'all!